Dosunmu coming off his 43-point explosion, a career high on 13 of 17 shooting. Conley finds Randall. They're going to feature him offensively without Edwards and DiVincenzo. Double on Randall, force him to give it up. 7 to shoot now for McDaniels, who has really shown some offensive skill set. He's going to hear it, though, from the fans after the way Game 4 ended. And Julius Randall gets things started with a 3.
And not a great offensive set to start the game, but Randall bails them out there. And Randall and McDaniels going to have to get it done on the offensive end here tonight for the Timberwolves.
Nikola Jokic, who has put up good numbers if you just looked at points, rebounds, and assists, but his field goal percentage is way down as Cam Johnson gets his first shot to go down.
And a good sign for Denver. Get Cam Johnson a shot, get him going early, get that confidence up for the Nuggets.
David Adelman, head coach for Denver, was very clear with Cam Johnson. If you were open, shoot it. Felt like they had a number of actions that he was hesitant with in the last couple of games. Good sign there to get them on the board. McDaniels too strong. Brown clears the board. Nikola Jokic averaging 25 points, nearly 15 rebounds and 8 assists in this series, and his first one goes. So Jokic gets an easy one in the mid-range off the nice feed, and he's going to continue to go up against that stifling defense of the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert, who has been outstanding in this series. Another long ball from Randall.
Good sign right there. Randall knocking down 2 3-pointers. You know he's good off the bounce.
Jokic and Murray, that lethal two-man game. That's a long 2, and it goes. Plus the foul.
On the offensive end to start the game, what Denver needed.
Again, Jokic and Murray are averaging a combined 51.5 points per game in this series, which is tied for the most of any duo in the playoffs. However, the Denver Nuggets are now 6 and 8 all-time when those two account for 55% or more of the team's points in a playoff game. And that was one of the messages from David Adelman. The others around them have to be assertive and stop watching. That's going to help with a strip from Brown. Murray running with him. Brown's going to attack, and he couldn't spin it in. Then a strip there from Johnson, but Randall gets it back. McDaniels on the fend-off, offensive foul. That's number 2 on Jaden McDaniels.
That challenge, and you lose McDaniels probably for a while here in this first half.
Terrence Shannon Jr. will come in for him as Johnson's 3 over the top and then scooped up by Gobert. Chris Finch had a lot to say about Shannon. Felt like his season was largely hijacked by injury, but played his best ball down the stretch in the regular season and loved what he did last year against OKC in the playoffs. They know that he's ready for these big moments, and right on cue, he gets to the rim, but he can't finish on that awkward delivery. Johnson looking to push. Murray attacking on Conley. They're going to go right at that 38-year-old as much as they possibly can as Johnson gets all the way to the rim.
Nice little hesitation there by Johnson in the pick-and-roll action. I like how he didn't settle. Get to the rim.
Loose ball scooped up. Spencer Jones with a runway. 7-0 sprint from Denver. David Adelman took offense when he was asked about his team's effort in the Game 4 loss at Minnesota. Felt like their effort was excellent, but their offense just couldn't follow suit. Better start here tonight, but Randall's doing it all himself. He's got all 8 for Minnesota.
And he's being hyper-aggressive here, but he's going to need some help on the offensive end. Right now, if you're Minnesota, you got to weather the storm. You know that Denver's going to come out.
Buries a deep ball.
Come out with a sense of urgency, and it's on display.
Randall back to work. Can't respond. Murray was open momentarily. Now it's Jokic. Get it ahead for him. Murray is bumped, and they're going to call it on the floor.
To Jones.
Murray more space, but he can't hit that time. And Mike Conley, who really didn't play for about a month towards the end of the season, he finally got a little bit more burn. As Chris Finch said, yes, the Mike Conley month preservation as Ayo Dosunmu has his first bucket following his 43-point game. The month preservation of Mike Conley has come to fruition, and he's ready to go, feeling as fresh as he has in years now in a postseason action. Open look. Christian Brown can't hit. Randall inside, off the hands of Gobert, out of bounds. You got it for Minnesota. Denver with their backs against the wall, down 3-1, looking to extend their season up 3 early on. And Jokic has his second bucket of the night.
And both buckets, Noah, he has been decisive. Gone quickly, not waiting at all. Establishing himself early in the paint.
Denver 7 for 11 to start this game. Just much more efficient from what we've seen. And another steal. Murray off to the races against Conley. Had it knocked away, out of bounds, and it's going the other.
Out in transition.
Minnesota with 4 made field goals. They already have 5 turnovers in this opening quarter. So far in the series, they're only averaging 12 turnovers per game. Shannon all the way to the rim as he lays it in. He's in there because of the 2 fouls on Jaden McDaniels in the early going here. And Shannon has his first bucket for Minnesota. 2-man game, as is customary here at Mile High. Murray right at Conley. Over the top for 2.
And that was good defense, better offense. But I like the aggressiveness from the start from Jamal Murray.
He and Jokic have put up big numbers, but the field goal percentage efficiency has been way down from what we are accustomed to seeing from arguably the best 2-man game in the NBA. Randall got out of it, and Shannon way off on the 3. Jokic comes away with it. Up ahead for Murray. Johnson trailing the play. He'll attack on Connolly. And he finds the trailing Jones when it's denied.
Right there, you gotta respect your elder.
Right, I was always told that you're supposed to. He came in and he worked his tail off every day, has earned his spot in the rotation in the postseason, started his career in Denver. Naj Reid, former 6th man of the year on the floor as well for the Wolves. 7-point Denver lead, their largest of this opening quarter, just past the midway point. Around for Reid, dynamic with the ball in his hands. Nearly had it stripped, and he did. Jones comes away with it, saved it into the hands of Highland. Right down the middle, outside for Shannon. Full reset on the shot clock. They're going to say it was a possession from Denver. Highland lost it. Reid will fire, way off. Another rebound for Jokic, his second. He'll survey the floor. Now it's Murray off the screen. Working on Gobert. Bounce it for Jokic. Over Reid, and he gets it to go. Plus the foul.
Here in this first.
He has really struggled shooting the basketball in the series. 39% field goal percentage, 18.5% three-point percentage. And for the second time tonight, a 7-0 run for Denver has now extended it to a 10-point cushion. Bruce Brown will check in next dead ball for the Nuggets as Highland draws the contact on the ground. Cam Johnson try to...
And of course, Shannon together are going to have to pick up the slack collectively as a group on the offensive end.
Here is Shannon attacking baseline, out of bounds.
7 turnovers to start the game here for Minnesota. Not the start Chris Finch wanted.
And remember, just 2.5 minutes into the game, Jaden McDaniels picked up his second foul, so he's been on the bench since. Denver has taken advantage. Jokic missed that one. The extra help from Gobert, who wanted a foul after he corralled the rebound. Now Highland sets the offense in motion. Dasumu, 43 points on 17 shots, the second most points in a playoff game off the bench in NBA history. Will snake through, push it up, and he doesn't get the roll. Good box out by Jokic. David Adelman stressed, screening can get you open if you're not Jamal Murray or Nikola Jokic, but those two guys do it as well as anybody. As Murray comes up short, follows his miss, a lot of contact, but it was taken away by Dasumu. Naj Reid, spin, can't score, couldn't get his own. Gobert does, to the outside. And a reset with 10 to shoot for Highland. Spin on Hardaway and a foul on the outside. Just like that, Denver had a 10-point cushion cut in half. Hardaway finds the bottom.
Hardaway streaky, but they need his performance, his confidence. He's been in big games.
And he really struggled in game 4 as Connolly once again with the offhand.
I'll tell you, the longevity plan seems to be working.
Whatever they were doing, cryotherapy, acupuncture, whatever month-long treatment, Connolly has found the fountain of youth in his minutes so far in the last 2 games. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Denver. Hardaway sets the screen. Jokic tries the 3. And the struggles continue from the outside. Anderson looking inside for Gobert. Knocked away by Johnson. Shot clock off. Up ahead for Brown. Challenges Reid at the rim and he wins.
Transition has worked here for Denver.
He used every bit of that 6'9" wingspan for the nice finish. 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Highland tees it up and knocks it down. Yeah, you got crushed there. Meanwhile, Minnesota made 7 threes in the first quarter, tied for the second most they've made in any quarter of a postseason game since 2003. Hit the first couple and has been aggressive with 8 points in the first. Gets things rolling here.
Denver found their rhythm in that first quarter, and I like getting Randall on the low block there. Let him use that physicality and get to the free throw line.
Meanwhile, double point guard lineup here for Denver. We just haven't seen this often. Tyus Jones getting into this series and will have the ball in his hands along with Jamal Murray. Jonas Valanciunas has played sparingly. He'll get early minutes to start the second as well. Back down against Randall and another offensive foul.
Valanciunas extending that left elbow.
So 40 seconds of play and 2 fouls for Valanciunas. Get it inside. Anderson. Good defense by Murray, and it didn't matter. Anderson floats it home, and it's a 1-point game. Jones on to Sumo, and a push to finish. It looked like it was in slow-mo all the way down to the bottom of the bucket. Open look for Spencer Jones. And Anderson clears the board. A chance for Minnesota to go back in front for the first time since the opening minute of this game. Anderson looking for Randall. Back to Anderson. Kick it out. Extra for McDaniels. Oh, he fumbled it. And Jones scoops it up. Jones gets all the way to the rim and lays it home. David Allen said it when they added Tyus Jones as he draws the offensive foul. He said
that screen on Randall.
They'll attack. Hook. Jones. The cutting couldn't finish it. And then a foul on the rebound. So compounded mistakes as Jones is
good looks. Jones just missed an open three and missed that wide open layup.
Tough one for Reed. Doesn't go. The leak out. Brown was open momentarily, but Randall recovers defensively. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Jones has been running the show. Murray, bounce it. Spencer Jones, extra. Valanciunas, and a travel.
There's too many sort of...
So Valanciunas with 3 turnovers in his first 2 minutes of action. Trying to bide the time with Jokic on the bench. Jokic in the first quarter, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Reed attacks on Jones. Floats it up and in.
He is so skilled right there. Saw the smaller Jones just went into the paint. Showing off that left hand hook.
Murray off the curl. Now it's Jones off the screen. He'll pull. Can't hit. Rebound to Reed. And then taken by Brown. Lazy pass by Naz Reid. Brown right at the entire way. Brown thought about it. Reload for Murray. Inside Valanciunas. Doubled immediately. And a whistle and a foul. Denver still shooting 52% from the floor, but that three-point shooting has still been a struggle. Just 3 for 11, while Minnesota 7 of 13 from downtown. Murray on the attack. Tough fader. It goes.
Oh, that was tough. Oh, Murray just clearing everybody out. I got this.
Such a unique matchup where you see big men who are the ball handlers respectively for their teams, whether it's Julius Randle, Naz Reid, of course, Nikola Jokic, as Randle will try. Can't hit on the three. Long rebound falls to Anderson. Couple of pumps. Tries to find the cutting Randle. And he spun it just off the mark, but he was fouled.
This great feel. You continue to...
Ill will now with the former teammates? Is that what you're saying?
Never, never.
Well, because you have gold.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. No, we're good friends. Good teammates, good friends. Still competing.
Yes, and Boris is one of the best and really did help to bring some of that playmaking big man style as Valanciunas finally gets one on the board after the early 3 fouls and 3 turnovers. Minnesota expected some level of zone defense from Denver. The Sooners trying to be a zone buster, and he can't hit. Looks like a miscommunication defensively, though, more than anything. Denver trying to take advantage of the miss. On the pull, Brown comes up short, tipped by Valanciunas to the outside for DeSumo. Now McDaniels. He's going to hear it every time he touches the ball. His passing gulped by Murray.
And that's the 13th turnover here for Minnesota.
Brown all alone. Valanciunas comes flying in.
I like the lift that Valanciunas has given, bringing some physicality, toughness, great activity, buying time for Adelman with Jokic on the bench.
Reed lost it, got it back, flings it to the outside. 10 to shoot for Randall. Anderson, running start. Reed, 3. It's good.
You can't give Naz Reid any space. I mean, just that quick trigger. Once again, whether inside or outside, being effective.
He was just 4 of 14 from 3 through the first 4 games of the series. Already a couple off the bench here tonight. Now it's Valanciunas back to work on the post-up. And he just goes right through Randall. This is why they brought Valanciunas in. 6 straight points. Lob it up. McDaniels guides the rest home. And David Adelman's going to call a timeout.
Edwards dealing with that runner's knee in his right during the regular season. Well, this injury is his left knee. That happened in the first half of that last game. He was diagnosed with a left knee bone bruise and hyperextension. He's out indefinitely, guys.
Yeah, look, the good news with Dante DiVincenzo, he was sent for his Finch felt like they dodged the bullet, and they certainly did. No ligament damage in that knee, and there's a chance if they can extend this run, he can make his way back as Jokic misses another three.
That's where Jokic has struggled in this series. 5 of 27 from the three-point line coming into this game. 0 for 2 here tonight.
Now it's Randall in attack mode. Back down on Jones. Shimmy shake with a pump. Had it knocked away by Jones. Another turnover. 3 on 2. Johnson had it knocked back by Highland. Now Johnson will attack. Get to Brown. And now they'll reload. Half the shot clock on for Tyus Jones. McDaniel steps up on Jokic. Had the 2 early fouls in the first. Double comes from Dosunmu. Kick it. Jones 3. Bottom.
Finally there, Denver knocking down a 3, but you double off Jokic, you will get good looks because he'll find you.
7 assists for the Joker. McDaniel's floater in and out. Jokic with another rebound. Head up, get it to Brown. Spin, drive, and slam! Assists for Denver. Highland lost it out of bounds.
Time uses his body, and once again, right at the rim.
Gobert going right back at him. Comes up short. Jokic head up. Brown attacks again. And this time he lost it. And it's going the other way.
On that finish, right at the rim. A throwback. The big guys going at it.
Talk about a throwback. Mike Conley still getting it done as Randall just raises it over the front of the rim.
And that's what Minnesota has to do more of. Denver not a shot blocking team, no rim protection. Got to go to the rim.
Spencer Jones takes flush for 2.
It's Jones, I like his activity, moving without the basketball.
Jokic jumped the passing lane, and he's Aspizins, and what? This guy is as competitive as anybody playing this game in the entire world. He loves to win, and he hates to lose as much as anyone. You can see it by his impassioned play today, and really anytime his team is down. As Highland comes right back with another triple.
How about passion right now? Highland locked and loaded from 3.
3 of 4 off the bench. He's got 9. 3:05 to play.
Really, 8 players on Denver scoring in that first half. 8 on Minnesota as well. Expect to see a lot of Jokic and Murray for Denver in the second half. He'll step up and play big. Randall's been so good for Minnesota.
Murray on the attack, and he banks it home on the opening possession of this third quarter. That is the largest lead now of the night for Denver, up to 11, and Murray has a dozen on 5 of 8 shooting. In fact, Jokic and Murray are combined 10 of 18 from the floor with 25 points and 15 assists between the two of them. McDaniels has been showered by the crowd all night with those boos. Randall comes up short, got his own, and he's fouled as we check in.
So we noticed they are rolling Jokic so much more this game than the previous 4. Said we really need to do a good job of tearing the clock.
Compared to just now 8 turnovers, but Minnesota has capitalized with 12.
In Denver, they could have had 20 points off those turnovers. So, Minnesota was bailed out there. They weren't efficient, the Nuggets, in transition off those turnovers, but got to clean things up, particularly on the road. And closing out a game in a playoff against your playoff rival, not easy for the Timberwolves.
Open look, Murray, the flyby, but he missed it. A lot of contact with Gobert, who went flailing out of that play. Dosunmu looking to attack in the body of Johnson, high off the window for 2.
And that's where he is so dangerous. Downhill, attack mode, getting to the rim.
So 8 points on the follow-up from his 43-point explosion in Game 4. Now to back down for Jokic. Gobert stands his ground. Reset with 10 to shoot for Murray. Off the screen. Murray peeks. Step away, 2. And a long rebound knocked out of bounds.
Somu there with the beautiful finish.
That's a high degree of difficulty.
Oh, man.
Brown inside for Jokic, 6 to shoot. And he goes right into Gobert and draws the contact. 11 assists for Nikola Jokic so far in his first 20 minutes of action. Team is plus 11, while 30 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Jokic splits a pair, tied for, actually one behind the game high. 14 for Jokic, 15 for Julius Randle, who's the only Minnesota player in double figures here tonight. Conley couldn't finish. Jokic clears his 7th rebound. Murray, Jones, 3-ball.
Denver in transition, playing with pace before that Minnesota defense can get set.
Randall lost it. Jones hits the deck. And it's staying here with years old and has come in spot duties this year and provided just a major punch for this group on both ends. McDaniels got it back. Couldn't float it in. Jokic has another board. Johnson looking to run. Puts the head down. Leaves it for Brown. Outside Jones. Again for three. Timeout Minnesota.
And the attack has been balanced. Jones now up to 15. Jokic with 14. Murray with a dozen. Cam Johnson with 11. As the Sumo got downhill and it's stripped by Jokic. Got it back inside. 10 to shoot for Randall. Skip it. McDaniels into a double. Knocked away into the hands of Conley. Trying to squeeze it in there and he couldn't for Gobert. Johnson had taken away, but a foul on Randall.
Start this third quarter, this Timberwolves offense is sputtering.
Meanwhile, Jokic one rebound away from another postseason triple-double. 7 to shoot. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Murray. Then Jokic got hit after the play by McDaniels. And again, we know there's major history here. At the end of Game 4 with his words in response for Jaden McDaniels and all he's done this series, going back to Game 2, and he criticized essentially the entire Denver defense, and now Jokic comes away with a hand is a little part of the ball. We're going to say that's clean. The Sumo snaking in. Outside for McDaniels with 5 to shoot. Through the bones. Can't hit the three, and Jokic has a triple-double. His 23rd career postseason triple-double. Brown recovers to the outside. Murray closely guarded by Conley. Half the shot clock gone. Now it's Jokic on the outside. Murray post up. 5 to shoot. Directing traffic. Back him down. Through the contact, no. Body's hitting the floor. It's a 4-on-3. And Jokic just gave the foul down.
As you said, the booze extra loud for McDaniels. Trying to figure out how to manufacture some points here on the offensive end.
Reed tries to turn the corner. Another board. Johnson will stop it. Off the screen. Outside Jones. Looking for another three. Bullseye! Spencer Jones unconscious in the third. Christian Brown said, this fan base deserves for us to come in here, play hard, and play well. Fans have responded. Team has responded. Largest lead of the night for Denver. Reed looking to quiet him. DeSumo with 8 to shoot. Cross, floats, and he doesn't get it to go. Looking to run, bounce. What a pass! And Brown was fouled by McDaniels.
Defensive end, the defense has been superior to start this second half. The offensive end, the execution is poor, and really you have to tip your hat to this defense of Denver.
So Brown finally on the board was a lone starter who had not scored. If you look at the starting unit in the plus-minus, they have all been at least a plus 17 or better. Reed cross, drive, tough one doesn't go. Got his own, and he flips it in.
And now Minnesota's going to have to get some stops here. Denver just scoring at will. Everybody contributing.
Jokic being guarded again closely by Gobert. 8 to shoot. Johnson off the handoff. He'll try. Long rebound into the hands of Johnson. Jokic live. Murray does the rest. McDaniels quiets the crowd. 9 points for Jaden McDaniels, who got off to that slow start because of foul trouble. And then Gobert has a steal. Jokic late to recover a 5-on-4. Minnesota hurries. McDaniels wants to go to work. Dangerous pass. Highland will try. Can't hit the three. And a rebound pulled in by Johnson. Up ahead for Jones. And he'll get all the way. This is a Minnesota team that did come back from down by 19 in Game 2 to come away with a win in the fourth quarter. But Reed way short on the three.
And we talked with David Adelman about his team and having the confidence in this must-win here as Randall gets the steal.
And he's going to swipe and slam.
Just, Adelman talked about his group. Just be yourself. Play confident. Play together. Do what you do. And really everybody's stepping up.
Jokic thought about it. No Gobert in the game. It'll be Randall who will accept the defensive responsibility. Oh, what a bounce. Jokic! He can get up too. Six assists for Murray. 16 points for the Joker. 4:20 left in this third. Does Minnesota have a run before the fourth quarter? That won't help. Another turnover. Brown on the run. Back it out. Slow it down. Wait for reinforcements. That'll come with Hardaway. Long rebound Johnson. Nobody there. Reed hits the deck. He's down. Jokic got put.
24. They lead by 22 as we start the fourth. DeSumo had it swallowed up by Valanciunas. Murray with a step. Stops. Doubled. And a tie-up with McDaniels. Valanciunas doubled. Dribbles out of it. Around it goes Tyus Jones, who brought some real energy in the second quarter. Directing traffic now with 5 on the clock. Spencer Jones in. Had it taken away, out of bounds. Looked like a couple.
Sharing is caring. Being unselfish, sense of purpose. Look at Murray getting a shot off there, but those assists come because of the play of the complementary players on this Nuggets team. Can't emphasize enough how great they've been here. Consistent all night.
Oh, the fend off. Anderson's going to be caught. Screen from Valanciunas. Jones, hook it. Valanciunas, little pop, and pulls it through. It is all Denver, and this offense looking eerily familiar for what we saw through the majority of the regular season. Foul's going to be on the floor as Randall was bullying his way to his spot.
On that 12-game win streak, going in with great momentum, just struggling with their offense, but they have found their swagger here. And on the other side of things, just kind of the offense imploding here for Minnesota in the second half. We're going to have to figure it out. You know, I know on the road it's tough. You need your star. No Anthony Edwards for game 6, but you have to be better on that side of the floor for Minnesota to have a chance to close out this series.
Look, the lack of DiVincenzo and Edwards with now 2 to shoot. Valanciunas. And here we go again. Physical. He's fearless, so by nature he's been quiet for the majority of his life and career. He has certainly found his voice in this series, and he's going to hear it again in a different fashion from this Denver crowd. Murray puts it down, but a foul's going to be called. It's going against Denver.
By Valanciunas.
They will count the bucket, though, from Jamal Murray. And McDaniels draws the foul.
The availability, the possibility there, game.
Actually has more.
Yeah, guys, I asked Chris Finch about Jaden McDaniels' confidence. He said, look, obviously he's very competitive. He's ornery in a good way and a bad way. And like you mentioned, Noah, he's so unafraid. But he's just confident. He used to get down if he missed shot. Touches were inconsistent. But now he feels like he's such an integral part of the offense. And he's such a barometer for us. If he's playing well, we're playing well. So it's really all just fed into the confident Jaden McDaniels we're seeing.
And confidence coming from his teammates as well as Randall gets all the way in for a deuce. Anthony Edwards always talking McDaniels up. The relationship that those two have built together in their time in the NBA together, both drafted in 2020. This is the first playoff game since Anthony Edwards was drafted that he is not available to play. Losing Dante DiVincenzo, there's an emotional component that came with that as well. Chris Finch was so proud of the way his team centered themselves in the second half in Game 4 to come away with a really impressive win. As Murray, no. Rebound, Valanciunas could not squeeze it, but it'll stay here with Denver.
Well, it's easier to center yourself.
Bruce Brown. Rebound tracked down by Reed. Good to see him back on the floor, but he's not moving 100% as McDaniels takes it all the way. See Reed trying to tough it out, but definitely laboring after he had that foot-ankle issue in the third quarter. On the pass and slam, Bruce Brown is building real estate above the rim. DeSumo cross and finish off the window.
Bruce Brown, as you said, He fits here in Denver like Noah Eagle fits at NBC.
I will make sure we pass that along to the big bosses.
That wasn't meant to be funny. Right?
No, that was just, oh, wow, that's big. I appreciate it. I'm shocked you didn't go baby bird on that one.
Save it for later.
Valanciunas is hacked. Nuggets offense that has found its reignition. They have been searching for efficiency. And it's been the case in Denver if necessary. When and where will be TBD. For more of these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. We'll let you know once we hear what TBD it is.
I like the emphasis on the T, the B, and the D.
Just make sure that we get it clear all the way through. Driving kick, McDaniels now. Trying to spin away. DeSumo will fire. No. And Valanciunas bear hugs the board. And another foul going to be called. Randall and Clark sandwiched him.
And newsflash. The strongest players in the NBA. I think he and Steven Adams have to be the two strongest.
Another whistle. Another foul.
Valanciunas is strong, but he's not foolish.
Yeah, that's right. 6 to play. Brown can't hit on the second. Rebound fought for, and Reed squeezes. Nearly knocked away. Highland recovers. Minnesota, at minimum, will look to establish some momentum heading back home as Valanciunas is now going to pick up his 5th foul.
Series, and you want to come out in these situations and big and sending a message. Just punching them in the mouth here in this second half and see if that carries over into Game 6 TBD.
Well done. Good emphasis. Meanwhile, for Denver, doing this tonight without Aaron Gordon, who's missing this game after returning in Game 4 and really struggling to get through that one. Trying to just give whatever he could to his team. Doing it again without Peyton Watson. Those two absences, that's been a big deal. David Adelman said that that's been a real struggle when Nikola Jokic has gotten so much attention. Jamal Murray has gotten so much attention. Those are guys that initiate offense.
Taking the challenge, guarding Randall all night, doing a great job.
He's got 3 blocks here tonight. 12 to shoot now for Highland. On the attack, and he goes through the contact.
And so, the way these guys play, they have length, they have physicality, great athletes, and not having them has hurt the Nuggets in this series, but tonight hasn't been an issue.
They have found the contributions elsewhere. Tyus Jones will draw the contact on Highland. Psych! Again!
He did.
3rd time. You would say you're more Apollo Creed, maybe Adrian. You go bowling.
Oh, man.
Well, Rocky is certainly going to be excited about the way that this Denver Nuggets team has played tonight to extend their season. Backs against the wall. Still a 19-point game, though, just under 7 to play. You know, this Minnesota team has had some improbable comebacks, including one in overtime against Houston during the regular season, as DeSumo gets it to within 17. DeSumo following it up with a 16-point performance after 43 in Game 4. Jokic back on the floor with another triple-double, 18, 11, and 15. And a foul on the outside as Clark is going to be called for it. DeSumo waving. Almer's gotten outscored by 17 points in the 4th quarter over the last 3 games alone. So understanding 2 things.
Give any life to Minnesota at all. Put your foot on their neck here, and they'll do that. Continue to try to do that. But I just tell you, halftime, it was a good game. Pretty close. Minnesota played well. I thought the turnovers hurt them, but the 3-point shooting was stellar, but nothing really going their way. Nice back down turnaround. Little hook shot there by Randall.
Oh, what a steal by DeSumo. It is back to 15 midway through this 4th quarter.
Cannot lose concentration here. This Timberwolves team, they'll keep fighting.
Minnesota hit 7 threes in the 1st quarter. They've only made 4 since. Murray the pump. Can't hit. Rebound in the hands of DeSumo. Get it up ahead for Highland. Oh, the speed from Highland, and he finishes. Timeout, David Adelman.
With the shot clock, with the shooting, with the sort of this superior play, you have to play and be concentrating for the entire game. No let up. see if Denver can execute here out of this timeout.
Fans looking to Willems all the way through. Jokic felt the contact, and he doesn't get the roll. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 15 assists for Jokic here tonight.
Way opportunity.
20 points for Jokic, 22 for Murray, 20 for Spencer Jones, and 16 for Cam Johnson. But Minnesota has reignited a spark, and Ayo Dosunmu was having plenty of words with the fans in between that last time out. Randall right to the rack, but he missed it. Got it back. Randall in traffic. Through the contact and a chance for three. He's a bully in the sandbox. It is back to a 12-point game. Approaching 5 minutes to play. And Denver closed the door on this one, keep the series and their season alive. Can Minnesota wrap it up tonight in a stunning comeback way? Jokic off the screen from Johnson. 5 to shoot. Johnson will tee it up from the outside. And Randall collects the rebound. Nas Reed floats it up, and he gets the roll. It is a 10-point game.
And how about the skill there from Reed? Transition, a little floater.
It has become nervous energy now at Ball Arena in this fourth quarter. Denver has surrendered what was a 27-point cushion. Johnson back down, spin. His pass nearly taken away. Brown, 3-ball, he buries it! Big hit from Christian Brown. Randall attack mode, had it poked away. Murray scoops it up and takes it all the way. From Denver to get it back up to a 15-point game with under 4 to play. Reed couldn't save it, backcourt violation.
Looked like Miles Reed just fumbled the ball, trying to find somebody open. 3 by Christian Brown and consecutive turnovers. Denver regaining the momentum.
Murray and Jokic trying to put it away. It's Jokic for 2+1.
And Noah just smart. That same little pin down, but he managed to read it correctly, get great position, and once again score.
8-0 run after the extended comeback bid from Minnesota. And the foul on Jokic as Randall got to the rim. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 fouls for himself.
Small different offensive attack with Gobert now on the floor.
27 for Randall. He leads all scorers. 24 for Murray, 23 for Jokic. He's got a triple-double with 11 rebounds, 15 assists. And oh boy, Highland comes up now limping a little bit. Jokic tries, and he missed the 3. Rebound, squirts to the outside. Murray back to Jokic. Shot clock never reset, didn't hit the rim. Johnson shovel, Jokic finish.
I'll tell you, Johnson, I mean, he has played possessed here. Just making plays off the bounce, passing, shooting, scoring.
Berenger and Joe Ingles on the court. This will go back to Game 6 in Minneapolis. And a chance one more time before a potential Game 7 as Shannon puts home the corner tray for Minnesota to close it out at home. I feel like they certainly brought some energy, made things interesting in this fourth quarter. Maybe you take some of those positives with you as you head back to Target Center in Minneapolis.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, the competition, the fight was there. They're going to have to clean up their defense. 121 points, which was Denver's regular season norm. They can clean that up a little bit. They scored enough points here on the road, but they're going to have to slow down this Nuggets attack.
And that one will...
4 turnovers leading to 33 points. And you could really point just to that. They could clean that up a little bit as well. Make sure they get good looks every possession at home, which is easier to do.
You certainly hope to always be healthy as Johnson again gets upstairs for the slam. Gear up. And We'll see what Chris Finch and his staff can do. The players on this team have been so complimentary of the game plan they've put forward through the first 4 games of this series. As Berenze has it on the bounce and then knocked away by Brown. Another turnover, number 25 for the Wolves.
David Adelman taking no chances. Jokic and Murray in the game here with a minute left.
Final icing. Johnson, bounce it, Jokic, put it through. "50 seconds remaining. Denver with 125 after failing to reach 100 points in each of the last 2. Terrence Shannon Jr. continues to show off that smooth lefty delivery.
And one thing everybody was talking about with this Nuggets team, who can step up, be that third scorer.
Shannon, he'll probably get one more shot off, and he can't finish. Jokic will dust it off with his 12th rebound of the night. Got to get it across, then you can take this one all the way down to 0. Over to Strother, and they'll celebrate in Denver. They've got life in the Mile High City. The Nuggets extend the season